Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to get custom vanity phone numbers for cheap. Or I don't want to use the word cheap because cheap can be very misconstrued. Let's just say I'm going to explain to you how to get a custom vanity number or numbers for your business at a really low price compared to what a lot of these other places on the market are charging. Also with no strings attached and scam free. Before we get into this, let me explain a little bit about where we fall in line with phone numbers and what we don't do so that I can explain to you why I'm referring where you need to go to get these custom vanity numbers. So for those of you who know us or who have watched our videos or who have worked with us, you know that we represent every phone and internet service carrier in the United States. My company literally can sell for, get you custom contracts and pricing for every single phone company in the United States. So a common question that we get asked all the time when we're setting businesses up on new phone service is, can you get me a custom vanity number? I've had people call me up looking for numbers where the last 5 digits is pizza. I've had people calling me up, limousine companies that we've worked with calling me up looking for the last 4 digits as limo. You name it, the sky's the limit. I've been asked just about every combination of everything. I've had people say, can the last 3 be law for law firms that we work with, and so on and so forth. The list goes on and on and on. Here's the straight, hard truth. Most of the phone service providers like Verizon, Comcast, and even the hosted voice over IP companies which specialize in phone systems and numbers in your area code, they do not offer vanity numbers. They do have access to large pools of numbers, and a lot of times some of them will go out of their way and do me a favor and say, hey Prince, it's going to take me a long time because we don't really specialize in vanity numbers, so we don't really have a way to find it. But for you, as a favor, we will see what we can find. And then they'll try to come up with something. Usually I can find numbers that are memorable for people, like if somebody's looking for such and such, 543-7777, but finding a vanity number that spells a specific word is really, really difficult. And it became a problem for us where a lot of times we had people that said, okay, well, I can get my phone service through you, but where do I go to get the vanity number? So before we get into where to get them and how to get them, or at least a solid source that we use to find them that is a third party, they're not affiliated with us, but we trust and refer them, I want to talk about a few things. For those of you who are looking for a vanity number, I'm sure that you have Googled it and you've seen tons of options that say get a vanity number here, whatever, whatever. I'm here to tell you, because I work in the phone in the phone service industry, some things that are extremely common, too common, that you need to be on the lookout for. That is more common than not. Number one, most of the ones out there that you see that are selling you a vanity number, many of them are scams. And by scams, I don't necessarily mean like actual legitimate scammers. I mean, there's a catch that they're not telling you. And once you've signed the dotted line, you're stuck and you're screwed. One of the big ones that we see is that you never own your number. You get a number from these people and then they have their own phone service. Obviously, the way that you prefer it is you get a number and you want to take it to your own service. Like if you've already got Comcast, you want to get a vanity number and then take it back to your Comcast phone people and say, hey, Comcast, I want to port this number in and let it be my main number, or let it forward to my main number. Or you want it to go along with your new phone system or your new service. A lot of these vanity number companies, the vast majority of them, they don't just provide you with the number. The catch is they'll give you the number for free or at like a flat one-time fee, but then you're married to them. You don't ever own that number. The problem with that is at that point, they know that you've got that number on your website. You may have paid for advertising on it. It's on your business cards. It's on your staff's business cards. It's everywhere, which means you are quite literally married to that number. And they know that. And, you might be paying $24 a month for their service for that number. And then they might come to you 2 years later and say, hey, we've had a price increase within our organization. It's now $500 a month for this service. What are you going to do? You're going to say no and lose your number that has generated you, thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars of business? Of course you're not. And these companies know that. So if you are going to use something other than what I'm going to recommend to you in this video, do your research and ask them, just ask them point blank, do I own this number? Is there any service fees associated with this number? The other thing that you've got to look out for is when you look for a vanity number, you want the number. You don't want some other service because you want to be free or have the freedom to be at liberty to go find your own phone service and take that number with you. Like I said before, if you want to use Verizon phone service, take your vanity number, take it to Verizon. If you want to get a hosted VoIP phone system like Vonage Business, Nextiva, or Ring Central, take your number and go to them. But most of these vanity companies, there's always a catch. It's, oh, included with your number is also the service. And you don't have a choice. That's how they make their money. They don't really want the money off the one-time fee from the number. They want the ongoing money off you having to use the associated phone services that go with that number. So, into what I recommend. We work with a company called Ring LLC. The presidents of the company, his name is Aaron Beals. He's a good friend of mine, and I've sent him referrals in the past. The way that he works is he has access to numbers through auctioning. I know that that may scare some of you, and that sounds like it could get expensive, but we've seen numbers go for as low as $150 to $500 for some pretty attractive vanity numbers. So, in short, what I recommend is my friend Aaron Beals over at Ring LLC. If you've got another source or you prefer to use something else, all I recommend is that you use a source that is not service-oriented. They are allowing you to buy the number basically to keep forever. A one-time fee, not a monthly fee, for whatever they quote you, because it could be auctioned, and then you own it. Think of it with like domains. For those of you who have been watching, for those of you who are watching that have a website or whatever that manage it, or you're the owner of the company, you know that you only paid a one-time fee once for your domain. Now you have to host your domain somewhere. So you're probably wondering, well, what's the monthly or the yearly fee that I'm paying? Your domain has to be hosted somewhere, but you only have to pay for that domain name once. Similar like that. Think of it the same way. With the vanity number, you buy it once under legitimate circumstances. You buy the number once, and then you still have to have a phone carrier to house that number so that you have phone service that you pay a monthly fee. It works the exact same way as a domain name under legitimate, non-scammy, non-gimmicky methods. So, in conclusion, how to get custom vanity numbers from a legitimate source at a fair price, what I would consider cheap. I recommend you call my buddy Aaron Beals over at Ring LLC. If you look below this video on YouTube or on our website, I've got his direct information. Just let him know you found us through Prince Rich over at Rich Technology Group. He'll take really good care of you, and he'll usually quote you a pretty fair price depending on the style or the orient of number that you're looking for. Again, thanks for watching this video. This is Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group. For those of you who are watching, if you already have a vanity number and you got it through a legitimate source that wasn't scammy, didn't have any gimmicky monthly fees or lock-ins where you never own the number and can never take it to a carrier, please share with the rest of us who you used in the comments below. We'd love to know, and it may help some people out. But in the meantime, I highly recommend Aaron over at Ring LLC. Give him a shout. He'll hook you up and let him know Prince sent you. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll chat with you guys again soon.